I'm sitting in the kitchen, the clock ticking past midnight, a half-empty bottle of bourbon on the counter. The house is quiet, too quiet, the kind of silence that presses against your eardrums and makes you aware of every creak in the floorboards. My wife, Claire, is upstairs, supposedly asleep. She's been asleep a lot lately, slipping into bed long after I've turned out the light, her phone clutched in her hand like it's a lifeline. I don't know when it started, this gnawing feeling in my gut, but it's been growing, a cancer of doubt that's eating me alive. Tonight, I'm gonna find out why. My name's Ethan. I'm 38, a structural engineer with a decent job, a mortgage that's almost paid off, and a life that, on paper, looks like the American dream. Claire and I have been married for 12 years, together for 15. We met in college, back when she was a literature major with a laugh that could light up a room and I was a nerd with a calculator and a dream of building bridges. She was my everything. Still is, in a way, even now, with this poison seeping into my thoughts. We don't have kids, not for lack of trying, but after 3 miscarriages we stopped talking about it. Maybe that's where the crack started, I don't know. All I know is that something's wrong, and I can't ignore it anymore. It began with small things. Claire's always been a night owl, but a few months ago, she started staying up later, her phone glowing in the dark as she tapped out messages. She'd laugh at something, then catch herself, like she'd forgotten I was there. Just a meme from Sarah, she'd say, or workgroup chat. But Sarah, her best friend, hasn't been over in months, and Claire's job as a high school English teacher doesn't exactly require midnight texting. Then there were the new clothes, tight dresses, lacy things I'd never seen her wear, bought on girls' trips she never invited me to. And the perfume, a musky scent that wasn't her usual floral. I'd smell it on her when she came home late, her hair slightly mussed, her eyes avoiding mine. I tried to talk to her. God, I tried. Over dinner one night, I asked, "You okay? Babe? You seem distant." She'd smiled, that practice smile she uses on parent-teacher nights, and said, "Just tired, Ethan. Grading papers is a nightmare." But her eyes didn't meet mine, and her fork trembled slightly as she pushed her food around. I wanted to believe her. I told myself I was paranoid, that marriage ebbs and flows, that 12 years means something. But the doubt kept growing, and with it a rage I didn't recognize. Not at her, not yet, but at the idea that someone else might be in my place. Tonight I'm done wondering. Her phone's upstairs, charging on her nightstand like always. She's meticulous about it, never leaves it unlocked. But I know her passcode, her sister's birthday 0423. I've never snooped before, never wanted to be that guy, but the bourbon's loosened something in me, and I'm tired of feeling like a fool in my own house. I creep upstairs, the stairs creaking under my weight, our bedroom doors ajar, and Claire's asleep, her breathing soft and even. The phone's glow casts a faint light across her face, and for a moment, I almost turn back. She looks so peaceful, like the woman I married. But then I see the dress draped over the chair. The red one, the one she wore last weekend when she met Sarah for drinks. My jaw tightens and I pick up the phone. The passcode works. Her home screen. S the same as always. A photo of us at the Grand Canyon 5 years ago. Both of us grinning like idiots. I open her messages. My heart pounding so hard I'm sure it'll wake her. The first thread is with me, a mundane exchange about groceries. Below that, Sarah. But the last message is from 2 weeks ago. Then I see it, a thread with no name, just a number. I tap it and my world tilts. The messages go back months. Hundreds of them. Miss you already. One says, timestamped last night. Can't wait to see you again. Another, with a winking emoji. There's a photo, too, one she sent him. Claire in that red dress, her lips pursed in a kiss. My hands shake as I scroll. He's got a name now, Ryan. Ryan's gonna make you forget your name, he wrote a week ago. And she replied, "You already do." My stomach lurches. I want to vomit, to scream, to shake her awake and demand answers. But I keep scrolling because I need to know how deep this goes. Ryan's not a stranger. He's her coworker, the new history teacher at her school. I met him once at a faculty mixer last fall. Tall, smug, with a handshake too firm and eyes that lingered on Claire a beat too long. I'd laughed it off then, told myself I was being territorial. Now I see it for what it was, a predator circling my life. The messages paint a vivid picture. Late-night meetups at a motel off Route 17, lunch breaks that stretched into the afternoon, whispered promises in the school parking lot. She's been living a double life, and I've been too blind to see it. I put the phone down, my vision blurring. Claire stirs but doesn't wake. I stare at her, this woman I've loved for half my life, and feel like I'm looking at a stranger. The rage is there now, hot and sharp, but it's not just at her. It's at Ryan, at myself, at the universe for letting this happen. I slip out of the room, back to the kitchen, and pour another drink. My mind's racing, piecing together the timeline. The girls' trips that started last spring. The sudden interest in yoga classes she never invited me to. The way she'd flinch when I touched her unexpectedly. It's all so clear now, and I hate myself for not seeing it sooner. I think about confronting her, storming upstairs, shaking her awake, throwing the phone in her face. But what would that get me? Tears? Lies? A confession that changes nothing? No, I need more than that. I need to know who she's become, and I need to make them both pay. Not with violence. I'm not that man, but with something colder, something that'll hurt worse than a fist. I grab my laptop and start digging. Ryan's not hard to find. His social media's public, a parade of gym selfies and craft beer reviews. He's 32, single, with a smirk that screams arrogance. His ex account's active, full of flirty exchanges with women who aren't my wife. I cross-reference his posts with Claire's messages, matching dates and times. Last Friday, when she said she was at Sarah's, he posted a cryptic, "Nights like this make life worth living." The timestamp matches a message he sent her. "You're incredible. My blood boils, but I keep going." I find his address through a voter registration site. Public records are a goldmine. He lives 20 minutes away, a rented condo in a trendy part of town. I save the address, my mind already spinning. Next, I check Claire's email using the same passcode. She's not as careful as she thinks. Her laptop's logged in, and I find a hidden folder labeled Work. Inside are photos, dozens of them, of her and Ryan. Some are innocent staff meetings, school events, but others aren't. A selfie of them in a car, her hand on his thigh. Another at a bar, his arm around her waist. The most recent one, dated last week, shows them in a motel room, her hair tangled, his shirt unbuttoned. I close the laptop, my chest tight. I can't look anymore. The bourbon's gone, but I'm not drunk. I'm too angry for that. I think about Ryan's smug face, about Claire's lies, about the life they've built behind my back. I could leave her, walk away, start over. But that's too easy. She doesn't get to ruin me and walk away unscathed. Neither does he. I need a plan. Something that'll hit them where it hurts most. Their pride, their reputations, their futures. I'm an engineer. I build things, solve problems. This is just another problem, and I'm going to solve it. By dawn, I've got the outline of a plan. It's cruel, meticulous, and it'll take time. First, I need evidence. More than what's on her phone. I order a small GPS tracker online, same-day delivery, to put in her car. I download software to mirror her phone's activity to my laptop. I start a file, labeling it Project Clarity, and save everything I've found so far. Screenshots, photos, addresses. I'm not just gathering proof. I'm building a weapon. Claire wakes up at 7, her usual routine. She comes downstairs, hair in a messy bun, and kisses my cheek like nothing's wrong. "Morning," she says, her voice soft. I nod, my face neutral, and watch her pour coffee. She's beautiful even now, and that makes it worse. I wonder if she's thinking about him, if she's planning her next lie. "Big day?" I ask casual. She shrugs. "Just grading and a staff meeting." "You?" I smile, thin and sharp. "Same old. Fixing things that are broken." She doesn't catch the edge in my voice. Or maybe she does and chooses to ignore it. Either way, she's out the door by 8, her red dress swapped for a sweater and jeans. I wait until her car's gone, then get to work. The GPS tracker arrives by noon, and I slip it under the driver's seat of her sedan. The phone mirroring software's trickier, but I manage it by lunchtime. By evening, I've got a live feed of her texts, her calls, her movements. It's invasive, obsessive, but I don't care. She lost the right to privacy when she chose him. The first ping from the tracker comes at 3 p.m. She's not at school. She's at a coffee shop downtown, one she never mentioned. A text from Ryan pops up. Here. You look gorgeous. My jaw clenches, but I don't move. I watch, I wait, I plan. This is just the beginning. They think they're untouchable, but they're wrong. I'm going to tear their world apart, piece by piece, and they won't see it coming. The days bleed into weeks, and I'm a ghost in my own life. Every morning, I wake up next to Claire, her face soft in the dawn light, and I feel the weight of her betrayal like a stone in my chest. She moves through our routine, coffee, small talk, a peck on the cheek before she leaves for work, and I play my part, the dutiful husband, smiling just enough to keep her from suspecting. But inside, I'm a furnace of rage and calculation, every moment spent building the machine that will destroy her and Ryan. The GPS tracker hums quietly in her car. The phone mirroring software feeds me their secrets, and my Project Clarity file grows fatter by the day. I'm not just gathering evidence anymore. I'm crafting a reckoning. It's been 3 weeks since I found the messages. 3 weeks of watching Claire slip out for late meetings or yoga classes. Her car pinging at motels, bars, or Ryan's condo. 3 weeks of reading their texts, each one a knife in my gut. You make me feel alive, she wrote to him last Tuesday, while I was grilling steaks for dinner. Can't stop thinking about your hands, he replied, time-stamped during her lunch break. I save everything, screenshots, audio clips from her calls, even the grainy photos she sends him, her smile brighter than it's been for me in years. I don't confront her. Not yet. Confrontation is a spark, and I'm building a bonfire. My plan is simple in concept, brutal in execution. I want to ruin them, not just their affair, but their lives. Claire's a teacher, her reputation tied to her morality, her role model status. Ryan's the same, a golden boy with ambitions for a principal's desk. One whisper of scandal could end them both, but I don't want to whisper. I want to scream, loud enough to echo through their careers, their social circles, their futures. I'm not content with divorce or a fistfight. I want them to lose everything they value, to feel the kind of hollowed-out pain I carry every day. And I want them to know it was me. The first step is exposure, but not the clumsy kind. No anonymous emails or public scenes. I need something surgical, something that'll hit them from every angle at once. I start with their workplace. Claire and Ryan teach at Westfield High, a suburban school with a tight-knit staff and a principal, Dr. Marjorie Ellis, who prides herself on community values. I've met Marjorie a few times. Sharp, no-nonsense, the kind of woman who'd fire a teacher for jaywalking if it made the school look bad. She's my first target, but I need to be careful. If I come forward as the wronged husband, it's my word against theirs, and Claire's too good at playing innocent. I need undeniable proof, delivered in a way that leaves no room for excuses. I spend hours digging deeper into their digital lives. Ryan's careless, his social media a goldmine of indiscretions. I find an ex-post from a month ago, a vague late nights with someone special, geotagged at the motel where Claire's GPS pinged that same evening. I cross-reference it with her texts. Room 214, don't keep me waiting. I save the post, the text, the GPS data. It's a start, but not enough. I need something that ties them together publicly, something the school can't ignore. That's when I get the idea for the burner account. I create a fake X profile under the name Westfield Watcher, using a stock photo and a generic bio. I don't follow anyone yet. Don't post anything. It's a shadow waiting to strike. My plan is to leak just enough to stir suspicion. Cryptic posts about inappropriate behavior at Westfield High. No names at first, just hints. I'll tag the school's official account, local parent groups, even Marjorie's personal profile. The posts will be vague but pointed enough to get people talking. Then, when the time's right, I'll drop the evidence. Photos, texts, timelines. It'll look like a concerned citizen, not a vengeful husband. Plausible deniability is my shield. But exposure's only half the plan. I want them to suffer personally, too. Claire's vanity is her weakness. She's obsessed with her image. Her perfect life. Ryan's no different. Strutting around like he's God's gift. I start small, planting seeds of distrust. Using another burner account, I send Ryan a message from a fake female profile. Saw you at the motel last week? You with someone new? Subtle, but I know it'll rattle him. Sure enough, his next text to Claire is tense. You tell anyone about us? She replies, no, why? I smile, watching their paranoia grow. I do the same to Claire, emailing her from a throwaway account. Your husband deserves to know. She doesn't respond, but her next call to Ryan is frantic, her voice shaking as she asks if he's been careless. I'm not just breaking them. I'm making them break each other. The real cruelty, though, is in the details. I start targeting their routines. Claire's car gets a slow leak in one tire, courtesy of a tiny puncture I make one night. She's late to work twice, flustered, blaming bad luck. Ryan's condo mailbox gets stuffed with fake flyers for cheating spouse support groups, my handwriting disguised. I hack his gym membership account, his passwords pathetically easy to guess, and cancel his plan, leaving him humiliated when he's turned away at the front desk. Small, petty things, but they add up. I want them on edge, doubting themselves, doubting each other. The GPS tracker pays off big one Friday night. Claire says she's grading papers at school, but her car's at Ryan's condo. I drive there not to confront them, but to watch. I park across the street, my heart pounding as I see her car in his lot. A light's on in his second-floor unit, and I catch a glimpse of her silhouette through the blinds. I don't go up. Instead, I take photos, her car, the window, the timestamp clear on my phone. I notice a neighbor, an older woman, eyeing me from her balcony. I nod politely, drive off. Later, I send an anonymous note to the condo association, claiming suspicious activity at Ryan's unit, mentioning late-night visitors. Let him deal with the fallout. Back home, I refine the timeline. I've got months of data now, texts, photos, GPS logs. I organize it into a dossier, complete with dates and locations. I even record a call between them, Claire's voice soft as she says, I can't leave him yet, Ree. It's complicated. Ryan's response is smug. He's clueless. We've got time. I save the clip, my jaw tight. Clueless. That's what they think. I'm not clueless anymore. I'm a man with a purpose. The Westfield Watcher account goes live a week later. My first post is simple. Heard rumors about 2 Westfield High teachers getting too close. Anyone else notice? I tag the school and a few parent groups. Within hours, it's got traction, retweets, comments, people speculating. Who's this about? Someone asks. Spill the tea, another demands. I don't respond, not yet. I want the buzz to build. Claire comes home that night, distracted, checking her phone obsessively. I ask, everything okay? She jumps, then laughs it off. Just work drama. I nod, hiding my satisfaction. The net's tightening. I escalate the personal attacks. I send Ryan an anonymous package, a cheap burner phone with a single text. She's not yours. He doesn't reply, but his texts to Claire turn possessive, accusing her of playing games. She's confused, defensive, and I watch their trust erode. I do the same to Claire, leaving a note in her car. He's not who you think. She doesn't mention it, but she starts locking her car doors, something she never used to do. I'm inside their heads now, and it feels good. The final piece is the school. I draft an email to Marjorie, anonymous, from a Proton Mail account. It's polite, concerned, claiming I'm a parent who's heard disturbing things about 2 teachers. I attach a single photo, Claire and Ryan in the motel parking lot, her hand on his arm, faces clear. I don't send it yet. I want the Westfield Watcher posts to do their work first, to make the staff paranoid, the parents nosy. When I drop the email, it'll be the match that lights the fuse. By now, I barely sleep. The bourbon's gone, replaced by black coffee and adrenaline. Claire notices I'm off, asks if I'm stressed about work. I lie, say it's a big project. She buys it or pretends to. We're both pretending now, a marriage of masks. I catch her looking at me sometimes, like she's trying to gauge what I know. I keep my face blank, my voice steady. She has no idea what's coming. The plan's almost ready. One more week, maybe two, and I'll pull the trigger. The Westfield Watcher account will post the dossier, redacted to protect my identity, but damning enough to end their careers. The email to Marjorie will follow, with enough evidence to force an investigation. And the personal touches, the notes, the packages, the sabotage, will keep them reeling, unable to trust anyone, least of all each other. I'm not just exposing them. I'm dismantling their lives, brick by brick. Tonight, Claire's at Sarah's. The tracker says she's at the motel. I sit in the dark, my laptop open, the dossier glowing on the screen. I add one last entry, a screenshot of her latest text to Ryan. I love you. My hand shakes as I save it. Love. The word burns, but it fuels me. They think they're in love? I'll show them what love costs. The air in the house feels thick, like the calm before a storm. It's been 6 weeks since I found Claire's messages. 6 weeks of living with a stranger who wears my wife's face. Tonight, she's at a book club, but the GPS tracker places her at Ryan's condo, same as last Friday. My laptop hums on the kitchen table, the Project Clarity dossier open, a digital guillotine ready to drop. I've spent weeks building this moment, weaving a trap so tight neither Claire nor Ryan will escape. Now it's time to pull the lever. I'm not nervous anymore. The rage has hardened into something colder, sharper, a blade I've honed for this exact purpose. They'll pay for what they've done, and they'll know it was me. The Westfield Watcher account is my first move. It's gained a small but vocal following over the past week, parents and locals speculating about the inappropriate behavior at Westfield High. My posts have been careful, vague enough to avoid lawsuits, pointed enough to stir panic. Tonight, I escalate. I upload a thread, 5 posts long, each with a piece of evidence. The first is a redacted screenshot of Claire's text to Ryan. Can't wait to see you tonight. The names are blurred, but the context is clear. The second is a GPS log, showing a teacher's car at a motel during school hours. The third is a photo of Ryan's car parked outside the same motel, timestamped to match. The fourth is an audio clip, Claire's voice, unmistakable, saying, "We need to be careful." The fifth is a call to action. Westfield parents, demand answers. Who's protecting our kids? I tag the school, Marjorie Ellis, and every parent group I can find. Then I hit post. The response is immediate. Retweets flood in, comments piling up. "This is disgusting," one parent writes. "Fire them now," another demands. Someone tags the local news, and within an hour, a reporter's account amplifies the thread. I lean back, my pulse steady. The fire's lit, and it's spreading fast. Claire and Ryan are still at his condo, oblivious, but their world's about to collapse. I check the tracker, her car hasn't moved. Good. Let them enjoy their last moments of ignorance. Next, the email to Marjorie. I've been sitting on it for days, perfecting the tone. Concerned, professional, devastating. It's sent from a Proton Mail account, signed A Worried Parent. The subject line reads, "Urgent teacher misconduct at Westfield High." The body is brief, outlining credible reports of an affair between 2 staff members, with evidence of inappropriate conduct on school grounds. I attach 3 files. The motel parking lot photo, a text exchange about meeting in the school library after hours, and a timeline of their movements, cross-referenced with school events. I don't name them. Marjorie's smart enough to connect the dots, especially with the Westfield Watcher posts blowing up. I hit send at 10:17 p.m. By morning, she'll be in crisis mode. But I'm not done. Exposure's only half the plan. I want them to feel this personally, to choke on their own shame. I've been sowing discord for weeks. Anonymous notes, fake messages, small sabotages, and now I tighten the screws. I log into another burner account, this time on a messaging app Ryan uses. I send him a photo, one I've held back. Claire in his condo, taken through the window last week, her arms around his neck. The message reads, "She's playing you. Ask her about the other guy." It's a lie, but it doesn't matter. Ryan's ego is fragile. He'll bite. I send Claire a similar message from a different account. "He's bragging about you at the gym. Everyone knows." I watch their texts in real time, the mirroring software feeding me their panic. Ryan's first. "Who's texting you?" Claire's reply is frantic. "What are you talking about?" They're unraveling, and I haven't even left my chair. The final touch is physical. I drive to Ryan's condo, the tracker confirming Claire's still there. It's past midnight, the street quiet. I park a block away and walk, a manila envelope in my hand. Inside are printouts, texts, photos, GPS logs, enough to bury them. I don't address it to anyone, just write, "For the neighbors," in block letters. I slip it into the condo association's communal mailbox, where it'll be found by some nosy retiree by morning. Let Ryan explain that to his landlord. I'm back home by 1 a.m., the adrenaline buzzing like a live wire. By dawn, the Westfield Watcher thread has exploded. Local news outlets are running stories, citing anonymous allegations and disturbing evidence. Parents are organizing a protest outside the school, demanding transparency. Marjorie's issued a statement, promising a thorough investigation. Claire comes home at 6 a.m., her face pale, eyes red. She thinks I'm asleep, but I'm watching from the kitchen, my coffee cold. "Rough night?" I ask, my voice neutral. She jumps, then mumbles something about staying over at Sarah's. I nod, letting her lie. Her phone's buzzing nonstop. Texts from Ryan, Sarah, even Marjorie. I don't need to check the software to know she's drowning. The school suspends Claire and Ryan that afternoon, pending investigation. The news spreads like wildfire, their names splashed across X and local forums. I stay offline, playing the clueless husband, but I'm tracking everything. Ryan's condo gets egged by angry parents. Claire's car is keyed in the school lot. Their reputations are in tatters, their careers likely over. But I'm not satisfied. They haven't suffered enough. I wait 3 days, letting the chaos peak. Claire's a wreck, barely eating, jumping at every notification. She tries to talk to me once, her voice trembling. "Ethan, something's happening at work. It's bad." I tilt my head, feigning concern. "What kind of bad?" She hesitates, then shakes her head. "Just rumors. It'll blow over." I nod, hiding my smirk. It won't blow over. I've made sure of that. On the 4th day, I strike the final blow. I invite Claire to dinner, saying we need to reconnect. She's hesitant but agrees, maybe hoping to salvage something. We go to her favorite Italian place, and I'm the perfect husband, attentive, warm, nostalgic. I talk about our college days, the Grand Canyon trip, the life we built. She softens, her guard dropping. Then, over dessert, I slide an envelope across the table. "What's this?" she asks, confused. I smile, cold and sharp. "Open it." She does, and her face collapses. Inside are the printouts, her texts, the motel photos, the GPS logs. She stares, her hands shaking, then looks at me, eyes wide with terror. "Ethan, I cut her off." "Don't. I've known for weeks. Every lie, every night with him. You thought I was clueless." Her mouth opens, but no words come. I lean in, my voice low. "You're done, Claire." So is he. The school, the town, everyone knows. And I made it happen. She starts to cry, but I'm not moved. I tell her about the Westfield Watcher account, the email to Marjorie, the notes to Ryan's neighbors. I tell her how I watched her car, her phone, her life, and turned it against her. "You broke us," I say. "So I broke you back." She's sobbing now, begging for forgiveness, but I stand, toss cash on the table, and walk out. She doesn't follow. Ryan gets his own reckoning that night. I send him the full dossier from a burner email, with a single line. "You took my wife. I took your life." I don't expect a reply, and I don't get one. The next day, his ex account goes dark, and a local post says he's left town. Claire moves out a week later, to her sister's place, her career in ruins. The school fires them both, citing conduct unbecoming. The parents' protest makes national news, A cautionary tale about trust in schools. I don't celebrate. There's no victory in this, just a hollow kind of justice. The house is empty now, the silence heavier than before. I sell it, move to a new city, start over. The bourbon's gone, replaced by long runs and late nights at the office. I don't hate Claire anymore or Ryan. Hate takes energy and I'm spent. But I don't regret it. They chose their path and I chose mine. They wanted love. I gave them consequences. Sometimes I check the Westfield Watcher account, still active, a ghost in the machine. Parents still post, thanking whoever exposed the truth. I don't respond. I don't need to. The blade did its work, and I've walked away clean.